Happy 2012! Okay, so the first video of the year this year is going to be a very special one. I am doing a collaboration today with my friend Cherokee. She is also known as Cherry Dollface, and she is an incredible pinup model. I have featured her here on my channel, and she's not only a great model, but she's also a teacher of vintage style. She's extremely good with hair and makeup, and so she has a channel here on YouTube. If you have not subscribed to her yet, please go and check her out. She's going to be doing her version of this look, which is our individual take on a bombshell look. Since my style is known here on my channel to be more geared toward an authentic vintage style, I'm doing more of an authentic vintage bombshell look, which I feel is kind of influenced by Jane Russell or Ava Gardner. And I believe she'll probably end up doing something a little more modern, but still with a vintage flair, which she is fantastic at. So make sure to check out her version, which will be linked below. I had intended for this to be a makeup and hair tutorial. Unfortunately, starting off the year in a very bad and very typical way, I had no sound. And I was just yapping away and there was no sound, and I realized it's because I had the controls on my webcam set to the wrong audio device. So I am not going to have the eyes in this video, and I'm very upset as to that because, you know, I feel like that was the most important part of this makeup look. But I can kind of tell you what I did. This is very similar to the makeup that I did for my Ava Gardner inspired Hollywood contest entry for Makeup by Tiffany D a couple of years ago. And it's very standard, authentic 1950s eye makeup. And basically what it is a very pronounced brow. You can see I have a very thick, squared off at the inside corners brow, which is indicative of sort of like Kim Novak or Ava Gardner in the 50s. Ava's eyebrows were thinner in the 40s. And then I have very simple eyeshadow. This is basically a nude shade from lid to brow with a brown in the crease. It's super simple. And then I have a very dramatic, thick, black winged liner, which you don't have to go that dramatic, but I think it really lends itself. You want it to be thick, a thicker wing, not necessarily the wing section coming out very far, but just you want the wing to be thicker because it's the whole point is to make your eyelashes look super thick on top. And then I have a full set of eyelashes on. These are Ardell 109s. And these are great because they are thick and full, but not very long. But they look very natural. They blend in with your own. And I always apply my eyelashes first and then blend them with a dry. I actually apply mascara and then I apply my eyelashes and then I blend with a dry mascara spoolie. And then you can kind of go over any spots where you feel like there's some inconsistencies with an eyeliner or an eyeliner pen. So that's the way I did the eyes. I just put a tiny bit of definition under the eye with some brown eyeshadow, and I made sure to use a ivory pencil. This is Senna Light Tricks Highlighting Duo, and I used that on my waterline. It's waterproof, so it'll last all day. And that's the eyes. So what I'm going to do now is finish off this look. I had already applied my face makeup before I started the eyes. It was just basically my very basic foundation routine. I used concealer and foundation and a little powder. And then I'm going to take an angled blush brush and I'm going to take an angled blush brush and this matte bronzer from Wet n Wild, which is my favorite contour. And I'm going to barely contour my cheekbones. You don't want to end up looking gaunt. So just a little. Then I'm going to take my very favorite matte blush. I want to keep this more authentic and traditional, so I'm not using any shimmer today. This is a blush called Hue, which is by Senna Cosmetics as well. You guys know I love and promote Senna. And this is actually kind of a brownie pink color, and it's very pigmented, so just a tiny little light touch on the cheekbones to give you some color. You don't want to get too heavy-handed because, like I said, it's actually quite pigmented. Okay. And then I'm going to do my lips, and the way that I do my I like to do my red lips, my nice bold red lips, is I like to make sure that my lips are well exfoliated beforehand. So I've exfoliated my lips, and I applied a lip balm before I started any of my makeup at all. So my lips feel nice and conditioned, and that's what you want. I'm going to take my favorite red lip liner, which is this one. It is Matte's Cherry Lip Liner. Make sure it's nicely sharpened. And what you're going to do is to form a nice 50s shaped mouth. What I'm going to do is make sure I line just outside my lip line here on the bow of my lips. Ending in a soft curve instead of a point. Make sure it looks even. Okay. And my lips are naturally not very full on the top. They're fuller on the bottom, so this will even them out. And then on the bottom, I'm just going to follow the natural line of my lips. And then I'm going to just slightly fill the outer corners with my red lipstick. Or I mean with my red lip liner, not my lipstick. I'm not going to fill the whole lip. I'm just going to fill the outside edges. Because one of the most important things about red lips, I feel, is to keep the bottom lip, just the center portion, slightly lighter than the rest of the lip, and that will give you a beautiful, very sultry pout without having to use gloss. And my very favorite red lipstick, as all of you know, is Red Velvet by Besame. It's a beautiful matte shade, and I'm going to use the Besame lip brush, precision lip brush, to apply this red. It is a blue-based red, so it will make your teeth look nice and white. And these are matte red lips, but just to add a slight more of a highlight and a pout, I am going to put a slight little dab of red gloss on the bottom lip only, the center of the bottom lip. And this is by NYX. It is Nameless. Plush red. Whoops. Got a bit of a sun glare going on. Okay. So that's the lips. They should be as precision as possible. And you'll be able to see that better in the photos. And that's our 1950s makeup. Okay, so now we're going to do the hair. And I wanted to go ahead and just set this to music, as I always do, because that's kind of what I'm known for. But just to let you know in advance how we set it, I have had my hair cut into a midi last night. And so this is my very first time styling my new haircut. So we're going fingers crossed here. But what I did is I set the top back on pin curls, and the rest is in rollers. And I used pillow rollers here on the side to prevent any of that denting that we had in the last Diamonds and Dames video, which I was so upset about. What I'm going to do now is just unroll and brush, and hope y'all enjoy it. I hope you give this a try, and I definitely hope that you give Cherry Dollface's video a try as well.
Babes and Buicks, a combination that I love. Babes and Buicks, it's a combination that I love. Come on and ride with me, be my little turtle dove. combination that I love.